And this is the next part for not Jomon, for Niflheim. Or Niflheim? Jotunheim. So it is still year 0, but we are in winter now. And basically I skipped some turns of moving troops towards Nazca, and here we are finally about to attack them. So Nazca decided to meet me with his army outside the castle walls, and he has PD dumped hard. Most of this army is province defense. Like, he's got these unimpressive archers that probably won't do anything this whole battle. He's got these guys with maces, again, not very impressive. He's got a decent number of sacreds on the flanks. What is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So he's got 14 sacreds. He summoned these Nazcan Long Dead, which are just horrifying. He's got these soulless Nazca warriors, which can actually hit pretty hard, but they're undisciplined, so not super worrying. This is just his PD commander, it's nothing. And then he's got these guys. These guys are pretty scary. They've got their spectral spears. They're ethereal. Yeah, these guys are pretty scary. So they're hard to hit from my goblins, but if you recall, my sacreds have magic weapons, so really not a big deal. And then the front, he has one Inca, which is eh. And then he has this thing, which is his prophet, which just seems kind of dumb. Like, this thing's already Holy 3. I don't think it needed to be your prophet. Yeah, he's good. He's tanky. He's just, I think this thing costs 850 gold. It's just a lot of gold in one unit. That could have been a lot more troops. But really, yeah, there's not very much to worry about in this battle. He's got a bunch of chaff that probably won't do any damage at all. He's got some sacreds that are somewhat worrying. He's got these ghosts, which are like kind of a threat to my goblins, but the goblins are like a literal who cares sort of thing. As for me, I've got a lot of goblins of my own. I've got these sacreds, which are really tanky in this cold weather. They've got 22 protection overall, 24 on the head, 21 in the body. So super tanky, 21 damage. They'll kill an Ozkin in one hit every time. I've got a lot of commanders here to lead the troops, so morale shouldn't be a super big problem. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So the PD jumps right up and descends on my warriors, and you can see they're just erased almost immediately. The poor blood slaves, the poor blood women get chopped up, but sacrifices have to be made. So we cut them down effortlessly. So that's the first line of his attack. One of his chaff units had been destroyed. He's got a lot more chaff, but really it's nothing intimidating, and that was his like attack rear solution. So yeah, you can see like we come up here to these spectral things, which can be blessed. So they do carry his charged body blessed, but you can see like look how long this sacred lives for. But something very important happened, which you may have missed. It looks like the battle is basically going swimmingly, but actually something really terrible happened. This commander here, Thrimbaldi, who's currently stunned, just got hit with a javelin, and when he got hit for javelin, he checked for morale. So he failed somehow, and is now routing, which is pretty bad, because basically all these units are under his direct command, versus Burzum, who is leading these sacreds up here in the north. He gets hit by one of these random human javelin hits, and he checks for morale and fails. And seeing their commander run, the rest of the troops aren't too pleased about this. You can see like the northern side is going just perfectly. And there's really nothing left. Most of his sacreds have been killed. It's just some human chaff and then these archers. I mean, these undead are here too, but these things are just like a stopgap. They barely connect. 7 attack, terrible defense, terrible protection. These things are just pushovers. So there's almost nothing standing in my way here. Yeah, one of the poking sacred guys turned into a werewolf. I didn't realize this would happen, and that would turn him into a sacred unit. That's cool. Should have blessed him again, I guess, when he turned into that thing. That would have been useful. But yeah, you can see he checks for morale. This whole flank just checks for morale all at once, because I guess like a single goblin got tagged and their commander's gone, so they run, even though there's almost nothing in front of them and they could easily chop it up. The northern side is still going strong. Burzum is still holding his own. But looking to the south and seeing his flank flee starts to get a little worried. Worried that the battle is not going well. And there still looks like there's a lot of Nazkins left. There's not. My Pretender's doing his best, casting Final Rest on these guys. And then the archers who've shot every arrow they had finally come in to attack. Ask gets really scared, he gets battle fright, and so he checks and he fails, and there's another commander gone, and with him gone, I think the rest of the giants get scared. Yeah, they freak out, seeing their leadership start to flee. Burzum is just in here, he's fleeing too. And it's, the giants are just thrown into a panic, seeing their leadership is under attack. Will they even be able to make it out alive? Well, not when their stats are reduced this much. Will QT, the Gija, escape? She is asleep. Yeah, she's fine. And so Burzum goes down with the ship with his warrior brother in arms, fighting these pesky archers who are attacking them for 16 damage, can't even pierce their armor in one hit reliably, and they are brutally smashed down. And the Nazkin province defense somehow miraculously manages to hold the day in an absolute, unprecedented, frankly impossible victory. He lost almost everything he brought into this battle, whereas I lost not very much. Like, I lost 27 goblins, which honestly, thank God these things are getting killed, and getting kills, not bad. We lost 1 sacred, which is very sad. 1 Therm Sherding, that's 100 gold down the drain. 1 javelin, it's 30. 1 hag, it's another 40. And then a jarl, Burzum, who went down with the ship, that's 130. So we lost, what, 200, 230... 300, and then like some amount of gold here with goblins, like 400, something like that. And sacreds he lost just from Condor warriors, he lost 200 there, 223, and then however he got these, I think just by like summoning them somehow, like some commander or something. And you can see we almost killed every single bit of province defense he had, and it really wasn't thanks to his province defense that he managed to win the battle. So yes, that was dismaying. From that fight, we have decided to also we see someone's dominion over here. I think this is either, oh, it can't be Ashdod's, yeah, because Ashdod has drain. So this is in the water. This is probably Yis. This is probably Yis's dominion over here. I don't know why there's 3 death scales in this province. Otherwise, our early expansion has really just come to a standstill because of this conflict and just failing here. But I'm bringing in another group of sacreds. This is another 7 sacreds plus these goblins. And these sacreds here, I'm actually going to have, how many is this? 7 plus 7, so I'm actually going to have 14. We're going to have even more sacreds in the next battle than we had in the first one. So hopefully there should be no way that we lose the battle. But you never know. Something crazy could happen like it happened here. There's always a little bit of randomness in Dominions 5 where you think victory is just completely, utterly assured. We did lose some units who definitely survived the battle. Some of our sacreds died on the way out. Thank God Thrivaldi, that traitorous scum, fled to the hills. That rat, that Jotun rat. He couldn't hold the right flank, and because of that we lost. And that's pretty deathly. It's turn 10. I was really hoping to start the siege now and crack it open and then take it before the end of year 1, and then the fact that my expansion, is really lackluster wouldn't be such a problem because I've got another cap, I just doubled my income after one battle and doubled my gem income too. But now it's looking like it's going to be more of a long-term battle. And we know Ashdod is over here because I guess one of our, a random person from our land came over here and started preaching. And we actually know Ashdod's right here. So he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces away from our capital. A somewhat close neighbor. I don't really think I'm able to take these provinces at the moment. Just because of the whole Nazca situation, but I'm not really worried about it. If I can take Nazca, go for it, dude. You can have this land. Nazca's worth more than that is. Also, removing Nazca from the game is a big deal too. Other than that, just researching down enchantment to get enchantment 5 to get Horde of Skeletons. Not really anything else to it. This is an older turn. I think I produced a, I think I just produced a bunch of sacreds and then a goblin this turn, and I took these guys and I walked them over here, and this army grouped up with these guys down here. Yeah, I think that's what I did. I don't know why I reset, but yeah, hopefully we can win on Nazca on turn 12. It'll be the end of year 1, and won't have a second cap. Which is pretty dismaying, but it's alright. I think we can still pull something back. Ashdod is a newer player, so he doesn't know all the mechanics just yet, and perhaps his scouting info is not so bad that he doesn't realize that I'm actually at my weakest state right now. And we haven't encountered anyone on our right yet, so this land is still somewhat free. And it's not that bad. This province is worth 141 gold in our cap circle. It'll just be a bit of a pain to go get it. But that's okay. We'll do our best. And that's the end of this part.